Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this Fife Properties market update. Now, this will cover the week from the 23rd of June through to the 29th of June. And we're going to round up and recap on that week. We'll do the weekly roundup of what's actually driving the Fife property market, and that'll be including looking at recent listings, sales, what's coming to the market, and I'll also have a look at what articles and podcasts and TV shows and things that are written and produced by us here at Fife Properties and have been put out in the last week and indeed have to come in the week ahead as well. So hopefully if you're joining me, guys, the information I'm going to give you is helpful to you. If you want any questions about what I'm going to cover today, if you stick it in the comments while I'm live here or indeed come to me afterwards direct, then by all means do that. Let's have a look firstly at the properties sold with Fife Properties in that week between the 23rd and the 29th. Now, firstly, we have a Kirkwynd in Strathmiglo. It was sold. Let me just share that. So there's Kirkwynd in Strathmiglo. That was sold within 3 weeks. That is a 4-bed detached house, and the new owners are delighted with their new purchase of that one. That's a really Strathmiglo is a really nice area, and that's a cracking property. That was on the market at offers over 425,000. So that was the first sale, and that's a Fife Properties sale that we done, which concluded in the last week. And the next one we have for sold is it Main Street? It's Main Street in Lookers. So let's have a look at Main Street in Lookers. So that one, the Main Street in Lookers was sold from social media, which just makes it so important for me to reinforce to you guys that if you are looking for property in a certain area, to follow the relevant page that is associated with a social media page that is associated with that area to catch our pre-portals, because this one was sold at social media, and the one I'm going to show you in a second as well was also sold through social media, which is all at the pre-portal stage before it hits Rightmove and Zoopla and things as well, and all the big platforms. So it's really important to follow our social media pages if you're looking to buy and trying to catch things before everyone else does. It really does put you ahead of the game if you follow our social media pages. But yeah, Main Street Lookers, sold from social media, 4-bedroom detached house. This one, the new owners are first-time buyers, and they're ecstatic with this one as well. It was on the market at offers over 250,000. The next one I'm going to show you guys is this is a really nice one. It's a really nice area as well. This is the Fifes in St Monans. This is the new builds that were done just outside St Monans. Cracking property. St Monans was sold again at social media. So if you're looking for something in the East Neuk, then follow the East Neuk page for Fife Properties, and you will get alerts of our live videos on the portals for things that are coming on to the market in the area. And as you can see, the last two I've covered for sold were done at pre-portal stage. So before everybody else who's concentrating on Rightmove and Zoopla and the platforms, you could get in there before them, obviously. So that's the way to do that. So this one in St Monans at the Fifes was a 3-bedroom detached bungalow. The new owners, they are looking forward to moving into this. They were looking for all in the one level living, and that is exactly what they've got here in a spectacular part of Fife, which is, say, St Monans, which is just nestled on the East Neuk there. So that's a brilliant one. This one was on at offers over 325,000. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading my notes here. So yeah, but that's what I'm going to say, just to reinforce the social media aspect and our pre-portals and things as well. If you guys want to catch things before they go to the market, and that's a prime example with Fifes and the other one at Main Street in Lookers. Coming soon with Fife Properties to be listed to the market, Langhouse Green in Crail. So there's another 3-bedroom bungalow coming up in the East Neuk. Fort Avenue in Guardbridge. So this is a 4-bedroom detached house in the and the Eden Woods development, the new ones, the Persimmons homes. That's a really nice one as well. So that's due to come to the market soon. So keep an eye out for that. Again, follow the St Andrews page and you'll catch the pre-portal for that, and the East Nuke page for the Langhouse Green and Crail, the 3-bed bungalow. We've also got Bank Street in Cooper coming on, which is a 2-bedroom detached stone lodge. So that's a really character property. So if you're looking for something like that in the Cooper area, 2-bedroom detached, then follow our Cooper page for the pre-portal for that as well. So there's 3 good, really good properties coming to the market. Completed in the last week, as I say, we're covering the 23rd to the 29th of June here. Ladyburn Place, Skinner Steps in Cooper, which is a 1-bed first floor flat. We sold that in 2 weeks for the home report value. And the new owners for this one is they are first-time buyers as well, and they're really happy with their purchase. That's a 1-bed first floor flat, Skinner Steps in Cooper. So that one completed in the last week as well. So let's look at a bit of a breakdown for the weekly stats. So if you just give me a second, I'll share the screen and I'll be able to talk you through that for the Fife area. We could break down the sold and the instructed for the area. So we'll see here, broken down into region. So the week beginning the 23rd to 29th. So Cooper, we have 3 instructed and 10 were sold in this area. And then in the East Nuke area, we have 12 that were instructed and 4 sold. The St Andrews area, we have 10 instructed and we have got 7 sold. Now these solds are subject to conclusion of missives. And then the Leave-Mouth area, which is KY8, we had 9 instructed, and then there is 8 sold. And this is across all the different regions of Fife, and it's other regions as well. This is not just Fife Properties listings. The Dunfermline area, of course, there's a big area. There was 44 instructed, and sold subject to conclusion of missives was 60. In Glenorthus, we have 7 instructed and then 11 were sold in this area. Kirkcaldy got 22 instructed and 35 were sold in the Kirkcaldy area. So that totals at 107 instructed and in the last week, and 135 sold in the Fife area. Now, I would like to stress that those stats and figures do not include the new builds. So I think there was 2 in St Andrews, 2 in Dunfermline, and 7 in Glenorthus. We've got a lot of new developments coming up in Glenorthus, so they are not included in those figures though there. So just to keep that in mind. So let's do a rundown of what we have in terms of content and shows and articles that are coming out from us on social medias. You caught the show yesterday. We done the Saturday morning show. Andrea and I done that. That was the Fife Property show we done on summer renovations, and we were just looking at how to project inspiration for the perfect season to upgrade your home. And really, with a lot of the sunny evenings coming through and us getting all that extra daylight, we've got about 17 hours of daylight, and there's so much more time to get things done before it gets dark, which means that we could really enjoy the fruits of our labour that we're doing when we're doing summer renovations at this point. So if you're thinking of giving your home a lift this summer, a well executed renovation for exchanging your indoor comforts to elevating your outdoor style really could transform your living experience and increase your home's energy efficiency. We talk a bit about that, and boost its value by thousands in some cases. So yeah, if you didn't catch that yesterday with Andrea and I, you can catch up. I've put the link in this post, so you'll be able to click through to that. You'll be able to watch the rerun of the show. You could listen to the podcast, or indeed just read the blog that goes with that, whichever you see fit to do so, just to catch up. But that was a really good one, especially if you're thinking about doing renovations at this time of year. Jim and I done the midweek show earlier in the week, and we were looking at why there are so many Fife homeowners now selling so soon after buying, and we looked at that in contrast, and to previous years, and then obviously we looked at the effects of the lockdown and COVID and the pandemic and things, and how that had an effect. And 1 in 12 UK homes for sale has owners who only moved in since the pandemic. So why are so many moving? And what about Fife? And we broke that down. So that was a really good show. And there were some surprising answers in that. Then in the article, which is attached in the blog as well on the link, and you could catch up watching the show, or indeed just listen to the podcast, whichever you see fit, guys. There's a lot of ways to catch up in different form, whether it's the podcast reading or watching us back. You'll also catch me tomorrow. I will be doing the Wealth Creation Show. I'll just be myself tomorrow. We're on episode 129, and I will be talking about the 4 laws of behaviour change. Now, this one to me was quite. I'm reading at the moment, and you'll see tomorrow. I'm reading Atomic Habits, which is done by James Clear. That book I'm finding really interesting, and I thought I would share some of that. And within that, it's the 4 laws of behaviour change. So anybody who's ever really set out to try and create better habits, and how they'll know how hard it is to stick with them. And then I was looking at kind of some examples and people that try and create habits, but they try and create habits that don't work with them, and if they have one that works against their human nature, and how you react to that, and how you have different cues and things as well, and really understanding the science of behaviour change and how it could really help you work smarter instead of harder to still achieve your biggest goals that you've set out, and if you have goals set. And this is something obviously I'm in the process of doing personally as well, so it's quite good for me to share that and kind of share my journey and how I've been learning as well. So and learning how to really break your goals down into a system of habits, and help you stay really on track. So if you're looking to even land a promotion, or get serious about your fitness, or just really try and have better habits, and have you propel you in the right direction, then there's a lot of good tips there, and I share a lot of content from the book that I've been reading. So yeah, join me tomorrow, and I'll go through that with you guys. That'll be really good. I've put there's a link in here to the initial blog for tomorrow's show, and after the show, if you don't join me at the time, you could watch the rerun, and again you'll get the podcast of me doing that tomorrow as well, and you could catch up either way. If you've missed any of the previous Wealth Creation shows, as I say, we're on episode 129. It's quite crazy to think that Jim and I have done so many shows for the Wealth Creation show, but there is the dedicated YouTube channel for the Wealth Creation show, and I've also put the link for the Wealth Creation show YouTube channel in this post, so you could click there and go right back to the start and watch them all, or they're all individually titled, and you could pick and choose which you want to watch, or indeed listen to on the podcast. If you are a private client of ours, including and want to obviously reach out to me, you can do that, and have some advice about anything that I spoke about on previous shows, the show tomorrow, or indeed what I've covered tonight in terms of just some of the stats of properties sold and completed in Fife, and indeed obviously with Fife Properties. You could always come to me direct. My email address is also in this post, and it's richard.cook@fifeproperties.co.uk. And it really is the Wealth Creation Show. It really is all about accelerating your wealth in 2024 and onwards. And Jim and I obviously share a lot of our own experiences. Jim has shared a lot of his journey over the years, and obviously I'm happy to share any of what I am going through at the moment in my journey, and that's what I'll do tomorrow. So I mean, we are happy to share and take questions and things as much as we can. So feel free to reach out, guys, if you would like to do that. I will point out when we do the Wealth Creation Show, we're not financial advisors or anything like that. So it is just from our experience, and as best to our knowledge. But do you know, if it's financial advice and things, we have really good financial advisors who we could refer you to. So just as a wee bit of disclaimer, we do go through quite a lot. And although Jim's really good at figures and things, always make sure you get the right advice from the right people. And and I'm happy to put you on to the right people depending on what your circumstances are as well. So I hope that was informative enough for you guys today with the stats and things for the last week in the Fife property market. And hopefully if you guys can catch up with our previous content, or indeed tomorrow's show, or anything else that's ahead in the week ahead, then please do so. You'll always catch us on reruns and or the podcast if you're on the go. And I'll leave it there tonight, guys. I think that was a good rundown of what's happened in the last week. And I'll see everyone tomorrow at 12:30 for the Wealth Creation Show. And I will wish you all a good evening and leave it there. Thanks, guys. Bye.